party people, welcome back. So today I wanted to do a really quick Lily crash course. So maybe you're new to the Lilleverse and you're just kind of getting your feet wet, dipping your toes into all things Lily. And I hope that this will be a helpful video in just kind of giving you the scoop so you can know all that there is to know. So I want to start by kind of showing all the different kinds of carriers, talking about some of their differences, and then hopefully in that time too we can go over some kind of slang words or terms that I see a lot of people kind of ask what they mean, or I don't know, just kind of frequently ask questions as we run through them. So we have a lot of different kinds of lilies. Chances are, if you're brand new to Lila Love, that you have found yourself here, either because you have a super awesome friend who gifted you a really cool lily, not that they're not all really cool, or you found one at a big box store. So the ones that it's kind of, I feel like are the most typical entry point Lillebabies are the ones that are really easy to get your hands on at places like Bye Baby or Target or some of your independent baby shops in your town. And the most common ones you're gonna easily be able to get your hands on are going to be the Lillebaby Complete Original, the Lillebaby Complete All Seasons, and the Lillebaby Complete Airflow. So in Lillebaby, there are several different lines. The complete line has carriers of all sorts of fabrics and patterns and colors, and all of the completes come with a lumbar support and can hold children from 7 to 45 pounds. So that's their complete line. They also have a Carryon line, and their Carryons are really designed for preschoolers. So I think what can confuse a lot of people is, their kids may be a year and a half, and a really common question is, do I need to buy a Carryon? Should I move up to a Carryon? Most children are going to fit comfortably in a Carryon around 3 years old. So the complete carriers have tons of life and tons of time in them. If you scan through the pages, you're gonna even see 4, 5, 6-year-olds in a complete. Their legs get a little bit long, but otherwise, if your child is in the weight limit, it's pretty easy to get comfortable in them because they're really comfortable carriers. So so those are the complete and the Carryon lines. They also have the essentials line. So the complete carriers can be used in 6 different positions, including forward facing. And the completes do not need any kind of insert in them. The essentials line cannot be used in forward facing and does require an insert or a pillow for smaller children until they can really comfortably fit in that panel, which I think typically happens around a year-ish. So those are kind of your differences there. Also with your Carryon, you are not able to forward face as well. You can wear in front with your child facing you. You can wear on the back, of course, but so those 2 lines do not allow you to have your child forward face. Something about forward facing as well is that you always want to forward face in narrow position. So I'll grab a carrier. Hopefully I have one in narrow over there. Okay, so let's dig in. Now, keep in mind that I have these in kind of some maybe older prints or discontinued prints, but they're all the same. Let's start with an Airflow. So this is an Airflow, and the Airflow has, I don't know, you can see through it. It has really breathable but soft mesh. This is a carrier that is amazing for those of you who run hot. I am not that person. To be honest, I personally just don't see a difference, a huge difference in any of the types of materials. We're comfortable in all of them. We live in Arizona, we carry all summer. So yes, I have used all of these carriers in 100+ degree weather and have had no problem. Now, that being said, I do not run hot and my baby does not run hot. I have worn hot children. I understand it does make a difference for some people. So if you do run hot, this airflow carrier is gonna be a home run for you. It has an all mesh panel. Your straps are gonna be in cotton. You're gonna have a lumbar support. And while mine is not attached, this does come with a mesh hood. So again, this is the airflow. It's all mesh. This is a complete, so it does go in wide or narrow seat. This is currently in wide. And this print, if anybody's wondering, is a Gunkel's airflow, and it is my absolute favorite airflow. I think the print is so cool, and yeah, I love it. So this is an airflow. Next, let's talk about an all seasons. Okay, so this is an all seasons model, and an all seasons is their bestseller. It really works well for all sorts of weather. You can make it cooler, you can make it warmer, because it has this awesome zip down panel. The panel rolls down, rolls up really nicely, clips in. So if it's hot, you do have the option to get that nice breathable mesh and use it. If it's colder outside, you also have the option to zip it on up and keep baby warm. On my airflow, you saw it had a pretty sizable pocket. The all seasons do have a smaller pocket, however, it is large enough to fit credit card, IDs. What else? This is Flower Power in Tranquility. I love this print. I think it's so fun and beautiful. And yeah, so this is an all season. It's a great, great, great model for those who live in a climate where they have 4 seasons. So not something we have in Arizona, but still a great carrier. It is a complete and does easily transition from wide to narrow setting. So that's an all seasons. Okay, another pretty easily available carrier is the Lillebaby Complete Original. And the original is an all cotton panel. Cotton all the way through, has that big old pocket here, and has a nice zipper pocket here. This is one of the things to love about an original, is all of the pocket space. I also find that originals break in really nicely. The cotton, after you wear it, gets really nice and soft. It's pretty breathable, but also snug enough, and the structure in this is going to be really good. So it does well with heavy babies. This is an original purple pink, and yeah, of course comes with the lumbar. A little trick for newbies is that if you are having trouble getting your waistband tight enough and you can't get the waistband level, wear your lumbar, slip it out of the outer loop. Wear it only through the first loop. And what this allows you to do is get the waistband a lot tighter so you can keep it nice and level. So if you're teeny tiny, or if you're a child or niece or nephew, or you know, a younger sibling wants to wear baby, it's a good trick to get it nice and tight on them as well. So again, this is an original. It's all cotton, and a lot of people ask what's softer, the organic or the original, and I do find the organic to be a little bit softer out of the box. However, the originals will get really soft. You just have to put the time in them. Originals don't break in quite as quickly as the organics do, so so put time and put love in them. The only way to truly break in a carrier, to make it that buttery soft, it just molds to your body, is wear it. Use it as much as you can. And these will get nice and soft. This one has a little bit of wear in it. The easiest way to tell how new a lily is to squeeze this waistband. Carriers that are not at all broken in will have very, very, very stiff waistbands. The more squeezable these are, the more flexible these waistbands are, the more broken in they are. If you're buying one on VST, the easiest way to see how broken in or how used it is to ask the owner to take a picture of it like this. Truly, EUC, like new carriers, their waistbands will pop out because they won't be floppy enough to fold. So that's a good tip and trick. If you're video chatting with somebody, possibly buying a carrier, ask them to squeeze it. Ask them to kind of fold and bend this. You can see this one is pretty decently broken in. It's pretty flexible and floppy. I'll grab a new carrier next and you can kind of see the difference in the waistband there. But again, this is a complete original. Complete originals also have that really nice squishy leg padding. Some of the carriers have leg paddings and good leg padding. Some carriers have slimmer leg padding, so that is one other small difference. I don't find it to be make or break, but for those kiddos with chubby thighs, it is a really nice addition. So let's grab, I'm gonna grab a limited edition and we can look at that waistband because I don't think that one's very broken in. Okay, so this is a limited edition carrier. It is an original limited edition. So if you ever see the initials LE, that's what people are talking about, are the limited editions. They typically have smaller runs, and once they're gone, they're gone. So in the LE world, there are 3 kinds of limited editions, and the rating system is fairly new. So I want to say maybe in the last 2 years, year and a half, but there are 3 kinds of limited edition carriers. There are rare, ultra rare, and unicorn. And unicorn carriers mean that they're unicorn Lillebabies. If you hear people talking about those, it means that there are less than 10 made, or 10 or less made, floating around in the Lilleverse. So they're super special, you know, super rare ones. And again, those are unicorns. And then there's ultra rare. From what I can gather, nobody's ever come out and like expressly said it, but ultra rare means handfuls. We're gonna say, for all intents and purposes, they're, you know, 20-ish made, let's say. Yes, I was told handfuls. So Lily's cryptic way of saying it depends, but not too dang many is what ultra rare means. And then you have rare, and the only thing I've ever been told about rare is that rare means double digits or under. So rare could be anywhere, let's say from 20 to 99. My personal observations is I think that when they do make rare carriers, it seems to be less than 99. 99 seems a little high, but that's all the cryptic official information we've ever gotten. So if you kind of see those terms floating around, rare, ultra rare, unicorn, that's what people are talking about. This is a Tulsi from their tea collection that they did, goodness, in the spring. Was it spring? The spring. This is a rare carrier. And again, an original. This has amazing leg padding. You can see how thick and squishy that padding is. And your LEs are gonna be pretty soft. This is like a really super smooth cotton. I don't know, it feels more slidey than an original. Like your hand kind of slides over the fabric a little bit easier. And gonna be like that same more slidey than an organic, which also kind of has that full cotton body, similar to this LE or the original. And what I was talking about before at the waistband you can see that this waistband doesn't flop as much, and it's really stiff. It hasn't really been worn. You can see I'm pushing pretty hard. It's really not flexible. So that's how to tell that this is a very, very new or gently used carrier that's probably only been worn a few times. And you can hear it. These break in quickly. Again, you just have to give them love. They need to be worn. Again, same trick. If you want a tighter fit, just slip it through just one of the loops on the lumbar and you can get a nice tight fit. You always want your waistband on your complete to be level, and that's gonna take care of a lot of tugging and pulling and uncomfortableness. So make sure your waistband's always level. Again, this is more of an original than anything else. So you have this nice huge pocket in front and your zipper pocket here. So yeah, this is an LE, nice and soft. So soft, and that's gonna be kind of your benefit of the limited edition carriers, is they're all just really cozy and soft and nice. And yeah, I don't think retail on this was even any higher than a normal Lillebaby. Just with all things Lily, you never know when they're gonna run out of them. So if you want one, grab one as soon as you see it on their website. And they're really good about making sure that everybody knows about their new carriers. So make sure you follow Lillebaby's Facebook page, their Instagram, sign up for emails on their website, and you're always gonna know about the new colors or patterns and sales when they happen. So definitely follow along. So that's an LE. Okay, next we have an embossed, and the embossed carriers are fantastic. So they are similar to an original in that they have a solid panel, and you're gonna get this nice big pocket along with the zipper pocket. The embossed have beautiful, beautiful thread detailing on them. And the outside of the embossed is like a, I don't know, it's like a slippery, you can see it kind of best here. Kind of hear it. It's like a slippery, easily wipeable material. It's really soft, but what I love about the embossed is they can take the beating of a lifetime, and you could throw this on the floor of your car, spill ketchup all over it. You could, this thing could get trampled, and for the most part, you can take a baby wipe and like wipe it off and it looks brand new. Our Mickey All Seasons Embossed is probably our most used carrier because my son just loves it, and we've worn it a bazillion times. It's taken beating upon beating, and it still looks beautiful. The embossed has two kinds of carriers. They have the standard embossed, and then they have the luxe carriers. The only difference in them is the hardware. On this one, for example, this is the luxe. You have, instead of the, just normal kind of Lillebaby tag on the pocket, you're gonna get some really nice, beautiful hardware, the Lillebaby logo. It's gorgeous. It will, or has the high potential to set off a metal detector in the airport. If you have an embossed luxe, it's not the ideal airport carrier because you will be taking your chances. And it's such a hassle to have to take off the carrier and take off your baby, and in addition to getting your hands swiped. So I would not recommend it for the airport. Otherwise, this carrier can take a beating and just stays so beautiful looking. The inside is also this super, super, super soft micro suede. It is so lovely. The embossed carriers do not have leg padding, and I do have a chubby thigh baby. It should not deter you from considering it. This carrier is, these really are work horses that consistently just look beautiful. Yeah, really easy to clean. I love these carriers. They always look nice, always look really classy, appropriate for any scenario, and dang, do I love that gold hardware. So yeah, nothing but good things to say about the Emboss. These are fairly easy to get your hands on. This is a noir. It has been, I think, all sold out for a while, but there's beautiful colors in the Embossed, especially in the Luxe line, that brilliance. I know a lot of people are really scared of the brilliance because it's white. It is so easy to keep clean. It's beautiful. All of the Lillebaby carriers are machine washable. They wash really nicely. And like I said, I love the Emboss because they stay looking so nice, no matter how much you love on them. So yeah, these are the Embossed. And again, it has this nice soft micro suede lining. I think a lot of people are scared that the Emboss is going to be too hot for them. And the Emboss works in a little bit of a different way to keep you cool. So while I think you kind of hear micro suede and you're like, oh, that sounds hot, it's a really cool carrier. It will keep you nice and cool. It just works a little bit differently. So keep in mind, baby wearing is hot business no matter what. Yeah, so this is the Emboss. I love this carrier. Okay, so I think we're down to the last couple carriers. All right, so one of my last carriers that I have to show is a woven, and these wovens are so soft. They have great leg padding. They have a really solid panel. They're really buttery soft. This one in particular has gray webbing. There are just a few carriers that have the gray webbing. So do take note of that. And it's really soft. The structure on this is going to be not as pronounced. So everybody has their personal favorites. I personally absolutely love this for newborns. I think it's so fantastic and so snuggly and so cuddly. I personally don't love it for heavier kids over 20 pounds. I don't care for the structure. It's just a little bit too stretchy for me. It has this, God, it's so soft. It's so beautiful. It has like this almost sparkle to it. But it's made of like a tencel fabric and it has a little bit of give to it. Some people love it. Some people swear by it. It's all personal preference with lilies. So what I typically tend to tell people with lilies is when they're like, there's a million kinds, how do I choose? Just pick the color of the fabric that you like the best and you're gonna fall in love with it. You're gonna wanna wear it. So yeah, just grab the fabric you like the best and you cannot go wrong with any carrier. All beautiful and amazing. So this one too, you're gonna get the big pocket. You're gonna get the zipper pocket on the side. And oh, I wish you could just like reach through the camera and feel this. It's like so soft and floppy and wonderful and foldy and bendy, and this one's pretty new. Again, that waistband is not moving and grooving, but even though it's been worn like once, it is still this soft and floppy right out of the box. So by far the softest out of the box. Okay, I think we just have 3 left. 2 completes and a carry-on. Okay, so finally I saved my best for last. This is an organic. I love these carriers. This is what my organic waistband looks like. Super squishy, super floppy, because we love this carrier. This is probably my only carrier that I own that has some visible signs of love on it. But this is an organic. It's a lot like in original in that it's 100% cotton. However, it is an organic cotton. You have a big old pocket on the front. You're gonna have the zipper pocket on the side. You do have really thick, nice leg padding with these organics. Definitely one of my favorite things about them. And another thing that I absolutely love about the organics is that they just seem to break in really quickly. You know, maybe I'll wash in 10, 15 wears, and this thing just gets floppy as all get out. They're super soft. It's it's not like as smooth or like slippery of a cotton as like an LE will be, but these are just everything to me. The structure is really supportive of big kids, of heavy kids. They wash really well. This is, I love this Lily. It's by far my favorite. I have this in 3 colors because I just can't get enough. So, organics, again, all your completes come with the features that you love. They all come with a hood. They all come with a lumbar support. They're all totally adjustable between wide seat and narrow seat. You have your chest clip or your back clip on a slider. You have 2-way PFAs to adjust the tightness of your straps. These are 6-position carriers, so your completes are really versatile. And something I love about the Lillebabies, as opposed to almost any other baby product, is it's one product that you buy and you get all this life out of it. So if you buy a baby swing, you spend $100 and you use the swing for 4 months. We have been using these same completes since we brought Eldon home from the hospital, and he's 2.5 and 31 pounds. And his plain black original, which was our very first Lillebaby, perma-stash, but it still takes a beating today. So you really are getting a high quality product that only gets better with time. I'm telling you, a new out of the box Lily versus one you take the time to love. Oh, there is nothing like a broken in Lily. Oh, they're so wonderful. So love it hard. And it only gets better with time, which is like an impossible thing in baby products. So it's wonderful. So those are all, almost all your complete. You also have a wrap conversion. Lily came out with these last February or March. It is a complete wrap conversion. These are Indijani wraps. This one is Nightshade. They were ultra rare and unicorn carriers. The Carbon Trails and the Nightshade were ultra rare, and the Serene Sunset was a unicorn carrier. So yeah, this is a wrap conversion. That's what you'll see when people are talking about WC carriers. And they have the great pocket, they have the zipper pocket. And this feels like, I don't know the best, it almost feels like a super soft serape that like just gets softer and cozier the more you like wear it. And I'm super guilty. I think I've worn this like twice because it's so beautiful and I don't want to hurt it. But I mean, look at those, look at the details. The wraps are just gorgeous. And yeah, it's like your favorite pair of jeans, like really supportive. And really it just feels thick, like a wrap. But I need to put more effort into work into breaking this in because I can only imagine how amazing this is once it really does get broken in. So if you see one of these, scoop it up. They are fantastic, and yeah, I'm always scared to snag it because it's so pretty, but amazing, and the support is really nice in these. So if you see people talking about wrap conversions, this is what they're talking about. Again, it's a standard complete, comes with the lumbar support and hood, and will go in 6 positions, including wide and narrow. So those are all of the completes. I don't have an essentials. We didn't really get just gung-ho into baby wearing actually until he started walking, because then he started walking away from me. So the benefits of an essentials are they fold down smaller than a complete. So they're really great for diaper bags. You're not gonna get the lumbar in the essentials, and their structure's a little bit different, and you're not gonna have that wide and narrow C like I said. So those are kind of the big differences. Again, for babies, you're gonna need that insert. So that's one I don't have to show you. My apologies, I probably should have one just to be able to kind of show you the differences. But I do want to show you a Carryon as well, so you can kind of have a better barometer or better understanding of when it's a good time to move to a Carryon. Okay, so in my hands I have a complete woven in Sleep Dust and a Carryon woven in Sleep Dust. And I just kind of wanted you to see some of the differences. So first and foremost, if you look at these hanging up on a hanger side by side, you can kind of see, you know, just initially they're pretty similar. You're gonna find the strap structure to be a little bit different between the complete and the Carryon. And this panel obviously has no headrest like this one does. So in the complete line, your headrest clips up or it clips down, depending on if you need the extra panel height for a larger child. If your baby is sleeping, if you wanna, you know, tuck them in there, if you're wearing forward facing or in towards you, lots of variables on if you're gonna use this headrest, but essentially for larger children, it's like a panel extension. Your Carryon is just one big, huge panel from top to bottom, one big, huge panel. Because there's no seat settings, you're not gonna have those loops around the waistband like the complete does. So one big panel and that's it. So this is like a much simpler carrier. The panel height, if you lay these on top of each other, you can kind of see the panel height. Wow, need to get my arm through this. You can kind of see how the panel height differs. So you can see on the inside, this panel is going to be much larger. It's pretty comparable, however, these are really heavy. If you do have your headrest clipped up, and I will try and pop some pictures in my video, they're the same height-ish. This is in wide seat, this is in just obviously normal. They're the same width-ish. So the benefit is gonna be that it's a little bit wider and a little bit taller. So your kid with long legs is gonna fit a little bit better in the Carryon. You might be a little bit more comfortable in the Carryon. However, it's totally personal preference. When your kid is ready to move into a Carryon, they are typically around 36 inches and fitting comfortably into a 3T pants. For some kids, this takes a really long time, so don't be in a rush to grab a Carryon. For other kids, it comes way sooner. And although we fit easily into both a complete and a Carryon, we still, I don't know, the jury's out. Sometimes I think I prefer the completes more still, and sometimes I think I, you know, enjoy a Carryon better. I can't quite wrap my head around the madness. So we just wear them all and love them all. But yeah, I'll include some pictures. I'm trying to buckle this. I'll include some pictures so you can kind of see a little bit more detail on, you know, what the kind of technical measurement differences are. You can see the panel's a little bit longer and a little bit wider. It's weird, a little bit makes a big difference. So also don't say like, why would anybody buy a Carryon? There's really not a huge difference. It is a huge difference. A little bit of extra panel, a little bit of extra width makes an incredible difference in support if you are carrying around a 5-year-old or a kid who is 50 pounds. So both wonderful. Obviously both come with lumbar supports. And I will say, do be mindful that if you have a carry-on and a complete in the same color, there still might be small differences. For example, they make the emerald carry-on and the emerald complete in the embossed. The emerald complete is a luxe. The emerald carry-on is not. So you're gonna see those tiny differences. If you can get your hands on a sleep dust carry-on, you're gonna see that the webbing is black. On the complete, it is gray. So there are tiny differences that kind of make all of these special and fun and equally awesome. So that's the rundown on Lillebabies. I hope that that was a good crash course. My best advice for people who are new to the Lille world is have fun wearing your baby. Enjoy every single second that you get to snuggle them. They grow up so fast. And don't be afraid to post a fit check. A lot of times we see people, especially on like Marketplace or something, where they say, I'm selling this carrier, I put it on once and my baby hated it, or I bought this new Lillebaby and my baby's crying and they don't like it. A couple things. One, make sure to get a fit check. Make sure that you're wearing it properly, that baby's comfortable, that you're comfortable, and that's gonna go a long way in loving it. And two, just like anything else, baby wearing takes a little bit of getting used to for both the wearer and the baby. So if the baby doesn't love it right away, try short wears, try 5-minute wears, work up to 10-minute wears, work up to 20-minute wears, and then you will not be able to get your kid off of you because they will always want to be born. So give it a little bit of time and a little bit of patience. And same thing, if you get a fit check and you're wearing it properly, you're comfortable, but maybe you notice after your first wear, kind of have like a muscle ache or something, and you're like, oh, like what's going on? Baby wearing is wearing a human around. It's a workout. So just like anything, your body has to get used to it as well. So if you know your fit is good, if you don't have any medical problems, it might just be to give it a little time, let your muscles get used to it, let baby get used to it, and soon you're gonna end up with like 20 of these dang things. Run from the Lille Love group, run! It's a fast addiction. So if you have any other questions about any lilies, of course leave them below. If you want to see anything else, if you want to know any more tips or tricks, let me know. Otherwise, I hope this was a helpful crash course and hope to talk to you in Lille Love. Okay, thanks, bye.